Let's see this. Let's see if it does go live. Yeah. Well, it says we're live. I ain't got no viewers, but it says we're live. So, a total mess up. So, let me bring up my chat here, see if anybody comes in. All right. I'll start with my normal spiel just in case anybody's out there that I don't know. But right now, it's not showing anybody. So.
Yeah, plus people might watch on replay.
Yeah, it's a good start for me. Welcome from the crossroads of America, a 1-hour talk show, Shooting with Disabilities. We talk guns, politics, or anything else that crosses my mind. Answer questions from the audience, either in the chat or by email at ricklifeasiseeit@gmail.com or spottedrick@gmail.com. I have a Patreon page, PayPal, and all that other stuff. All the links are down below. So I just want to say that. So we're here. I don't see anybody in my chat room right now. I had troubles this morning. My electric went out today twice. And my computer is saying I have internet, but it won't open any pages. So I'm on mobile hotspot right now. And so I put a little thing up saying I wasn't coming on, but I managed to get. The problem was I couldn't get GunTube to load was the main problem. But at the last second it came on. So we're looking good. It says I got a viewer. I don't know who that is, but it says I got one. So, Two Live Moo. He's here. So he's first in. Yes, Two Live Moves. I was saying my internet went down, and I'm running on hotspot right now off my phone because I don't know what in the hell went wrong. So I had a little panic a few minutes before starting time. So there we go. Kingpin's here. All right. So anyway, I'm all in a tizwas now. That's an English expression, by the way. I don't know if I'm coming or going. So today, I was trying to think. I haven't done all I've been doing. Shooting with Disabilities.
You've got mail.
Is since my hip is so bad. That I really haven't gone out shooting. Plus, I don't really want to waste the ammo per se. So I've got so I do dry fire practice, and I use my eye target. See the box behind me here, the white one. I've had that for about 4 years now. I had it before anybody knew what the hell it was. I happened to find it on the internet, and I got it. So it's pretty neat. It's got. I think there's a couple of them out there now on the internet that you download an app onto your phone, hook up a target, and you put the phone in front of it, and you have to sync it, but then it will do your score for you and all kinds of good shit. Normally I put that up sometimes, but a lot of times all I'll do is I got a little, I don't know if you guys can see it here, because this is my 380 one. This is my laser bullet that I got with it. And I normally what I do is I'll just shoot at targets when I'm sitting in my chair. I just shoot at targets around the room. Or if it's a Democrat who comes on TV, I'll shoot at him. Oh, God, that more likely get me knocked off of YouTube now for saying that. But that's basically what's happening. So So on the Shooting with Disabilities side, so all I'm doing is sitting indoors, sitting in my recliner, practicing dry fire. That's about the limit of what I'm doing for Shooting with Disabilities right now because of my hip. Now I've only got, what's today, the 13th? Let's see. I've got I got 15 days to go before I go in for surgery. So things are, so after that, then I'll have, a couple of weeks where I won't be able to drive. Then I'll be able to go out and about as long as I don't do anything stupid with the hip. Mm-hmm. Then within the 6 to 8 weeks, I'll be ready to go Bigfoot hunting.
You'll be just shooting, not with disabilities.
Do what?
You'll just be shooting and not with disabilities.
Yes, that's right.
Hopefully.
I still have my spinal stenosis, and I'm wearing a new brace now. I'm a fat boy anyway, but this new brace, not only does it have a panel in the back, it has a panel in the front, a hard panel. I don't know if you can hear me. I'm knocking on it, so it makes me look bigger than I already am. But it works good. My back feels a whole lot better with it.
It doesn't slim you down, like pushing you all together?
No, I feel it makes me, because when my shirt goes over the top of it, there's more there to cover.
Okay.
So I feel fatter in it. So, but I'm wearing that now, and I think it's helping my back a lot. It really is. So I'm thinking once I get the new hip, wearing this brace, I can get out there and shoot again if ammo ever becomes available. Unless we're taxed out of existence.
Right.
That's what I got a feeling. I got a feeling that we can. I got a feeling that that's what they're going to do to try to stop us is tax it. For only the rich can afford to shoot. That's what I'm figuring on. I don't know. Anyway, we had a couple of more people join us. We got Guns and Barbecue. How you doing?
Doing all right, Rick. Thank you.
Good. All right. Then we got Will and Well Armed here.
Hello. Thank you, Rick.
Yeah. And then we got the one and only, the man, the myth, the legend, Patriot in the Dark.
I thought you were going to say Squib was here. I was hoping.
No, he's not here. Oh, Kingpin's got his EZ380 back. That's good. And so all the problems were fixed with it. That didn't take him long. That came straight back to your house, or did the state of Maryland make it more difficult?
What was that, like 3 weeks? 2-3 weeks?
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago. Let's see if he puts it in the chat, how long it was. But let's see, who we got in the chat now? People are filling in. We got Two Live Moo, Kingpin, Jason Stewart, Southpaw is here. So, people are starting to trickle in. So, there we go. Yeah, because I messed up. Originally, for the people late comers, I put a little thing out on my thumbnail that there was no show tonight because I have internet issues. Then I managed to get my mobile hotspot working, and that's what I'm running on now. So everything's going real slow. So if my internet connection dies, my mobile hotspot stopped working. But I think I'm going to have to reset my router or something, or switch everything off, because my computer told me I had internet connection, but nothing would load at all. So I was in a small panic. So there we go. And if I got it loaded now, it's taking for ages. Got the thing going around in circles, around and around and around. before it comes up because it's running so low. Sabrina's here. How you doing? Yeah. So back to what I was saying. So hopefully, shooting with disabilities, once I get my hit done and everything else, and so the way I figure it, 6 to 8 weeks. I'm having it done at the end of January, so you got to go through February. Into March, early April, I should be gun ho. Then the spring should be coming, so it'd be full steam ahead. If I can get hold of some small primers, then I'll be pretty well set. I can go shoot and reload. I've only got 300 small primers left. Now it would take me a while. I don't. When I go to the range, I've mentioned this before. When I go to the range, I don't go down there and shoot 400 or 500 rounds at a time. For one, my back won't allow it, or my hip won't allow it either. So normally, maybe I'll shoot, on a good day, maybe 100 rounds. I only go. I mean, it's 4 miles down the road where I go shooting at, so I can go anytime I like. And I just go down and I go down to do what I can. I'd rather do short. I mean, like what I was doing before my leg really got bad. I would go down there 3 or 4 times a week and shoot, say, 50 rounds every time I go. So I'm shooting a couple of 100 rounds over the course of the week. I found it better to do smaller time slots than sit there all day trying to, shoot hundreds of rounds off. And, that's how I do it anyway. So actually, that's a good topic for the disabled. Oh yeah, Kingpin said they got shipped back to his house, and yeah, about 3 weeks. So he's giving Smith & Wesson 2 thumbs up. So there we go.
That's pretty good, especially around the holidays and whatnot, or just after, I should say. But
I don't do shorts. Who said I do shorts? I wear shorts. I don't do shorts. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't do short. I noticed you guys are slacking on the shorts videos. I don't see as many. I mean, I don't see Guns and Barbecue doing his impression of country singers lately. So he more like got booed off the stage, I would imagine.
No, don't worry. There's more of those coming out, Rick. I just had a bunch of prime rib shorts that I made, so I was getting those pumped out. But yeah, let's say so if anybody has requests like Kingpin did with strawberry wine, let me know.
Rick's hoping everybody's shorted out.
Anyway, Guns and Barbecue, we'll start with you. Now, when you get a ride down to the range or whatever, do you go all day, or would you rather go a short period of time and go more often?
Well, I've always been that guy that somebody says, "Hey, you want to go shooting?" I'm like, "Heck yeah, I want to go shooting." And they end up showing up with like a handgun and maybe a long gun or something. And when they come to pick me up, heck, even when I was able to drive myself to the range and whatnot, I would be taking a half hour just to load up the vehicle with guns and ammo. When I was going, I'm going for a while to have a good time and whatnot. But now, since I have to find a ride and go through that whole process, getting to the range is very intermittent. Honestly, I haven't been to the range in over a year, just for the simple fact that finding a ride is very difficult. And so when I do go, I like to take out a variety of firearms and different calibers and whatnot and spend some time there.
All right. Okay. I lost my chat. I got you guys here, but it won't let me open any It won't let me do anything. It won't let me open a new window or anything. So I don't know what the hell is going on. So let me see if it'll let me get my chat back. I've lost my chat. Come on. You guys there? Oh, come on.
Yeah, we're here. We hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you, Rick.
You hear me? I can't even see you now. I don't know what the hell is going on. So I've lost that screen. So I got a feeling it's about ready to die on me. But I'll hopefully, if I die, I'll try to get back. You just keep it going. I don't know how long does it stay up after I leave when it's live? If I leave.
Until somebody shuts it down.
Even when it's live?
Yep, even when it's live, the next person in charge will stay on till they want to turn it off.
Okay. So, I wish I knew what in the hell was going on here. You know?
New York, how far is your range, and how much do you shoot when you get there?
I got like
okay. Yeah, go on.
Like about a 20-minute drive, 25-minute drive to get there is what it usually takes. And I'm sorry, the second question was how long do I usually stay or shoot or?
Right.
That depends how long I normally have. If I'm lucky and just have a free day, then it could be whatever in a sense. It's been hours. It's not going to be in the winter time, where I'm going to go spend 3-4 hours. But sometimes I'll shoot and the family goes and hikes and stuff. So I just take advantage of the time to keep shooting or whatever the case may be and take some time. Other times I'm there just for, I'd say an hour where I come in and basically I'm back out. So I like to shoot a lot and I'd prefer to shoot a lot. When I go, I usually bring, always my EDC and normally something else. Sometimes it's a variety of something else. Other people may request things or whatever as well. So normally, usually shoot a bit when we go, I would state. I can't really, think of much. Normally, I can't think of a number, I guess, but
well,
usually
how are things different? New York, how things different now that COVID is here and the ammo shortage is here? Is that affecting you a good bit?
Yeah, and not so much when it was cold, when it was warmer, but now that doubles with it, so it's even less motivation to get out, and when you do, you're usually quicker and focus on what you're doing. So I've definitely gone less, I would say, to COVID, but it hasn't stopped me because thankfully I got a little bit of stock of like 22, and I'm not. As far as I see, as long as I'm shooting. So I'm happy with still shooting with 22 because I'm still getting out. You got to hold your breath, trigger control. It's still the same thing. Yeah. So I don't know. Recoil's different, sure. But, I enjoy shooting. So, and 22 has always been fairly cheap. So thankfully I've got enough of that to still shoot like I probably normally would for a while. But then you have the cold that hinders. So basically, most of my shooting probably until things settle down will be with 22 and a little bit with EDC, just to, obviously keep it would, stay familiar. So.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I mean, that's the one downside to like what I'm doing, sitting here using my laser, shooting at targets on the wall and stuff, is I miss that smell of a fired cartridge.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, gunpowder. Yeah, that's a nice smell.
So All right. What about you?
I mean, it's the feeling, it's the motion, it's going through it. You know, it's reloading your magazines, it's all that stuff. So, it's and can be humbling when you try to do something like like a one hole drill or something like that. Especially if you start shooting steel a lot and then switch back to paper, you start wondering what the hell happened. So, it's good to, in my opinion, to keep going back at things and play around, keep it fresh. So, there's so many different ways you can go about it. I think it's kind of hard to get bored with it, but I suppose you could. But if you do, switch things up.
Sure.
All right. William Alarmed. What do you do when you go to the range?
Well, I'm 19 miles away, and that's 30 minutes in Atlanta to my indoor range. And when I get there, I usually take 2 or 3 guns, and 2 or 3 boxes of ammo, a box each, and try to do some footage. Like I used to go every week, and now I'm going every other week, and taking less and less boxes, and taking 45 and 9mm and whatever I can buy at the range. Then I can keep an extra box, for next time. Trying to make that, my ammo hold out as long as possible, right? So I noticed that, I used to load my magazines fully up. Then I got to putting 10 rounds in them. Now down to 5 rounds. And even this past time, I went with what I thought was 9mm. I didn't get to buy any 9mm. They had 45, but I only brought 9mm with me. So I got on the range and realized I only brought 45 ammo. So my EDC, I had 2 15 rounds and 1 in the chamber. So I had 32 rounds to mess around with 3 9mm. So it was I started doing 2-round drills where I'd put 2 rounds in a magazine, shoot 2 rounds, change magazines, and shoot 2 more. That's a good rehearsal, and makes your ammo go far. I got this problem with that Bull Armory. I thought it was the 15-round magazines. So these are normally supposed to have 19-round magazines, and they cut the grip down and made it a 15-round, so it's ultra light and ultra concealable. But it was always leaving one magazine, one bullet in the last round hold back, and leaving that one bullet down in the magazine with those 15-rounders. So I thought, well, it's just a weak spring. And so I got 2 19-round magazines. I was doing those 2-round drills just to find, and it was leaving 3 out of 4 times. It would leave that magazine, that one bullet down in the bottom. So something wrong with the gun on that last. Anybody got any ideas? I'm open, or how I can diagnose it. So anyway, learning that this past week. So when I went with those 19-round magazines, same issue as the 15-round magazines. And then
so it's got to be a distractor, or it's got to be so if it's happening with both magazines, it's got to be something wrong with the gun.
That's right. It's happened with all 4 magazines.
Yeah.
So the odds that all 4 magazines are messed up in the same way are, 1,000 to 1.
I mean, that would be really strange.
Right.
Especially since they're different size magazines too, for the amount they hold.
Yeah. So I've asked around and looked on forums, and nobody else is complaining about this issue. So I think it's a gun issue.
Yeah, they're probably not being inserted all the way. Either that, or it's feeling bad because you're shooting 9. That's just depressed. But it's probably not.
No.
I was coming up with this. I was saying everybody goes on about the 9mm. 9mm is the way to go, and everything else. But what cartridge is always there for you? The 45 AC. But mind you, listen to me. I'm shooting a 380.
I thought you would have just went in and bought a 45 since that's what you had.
Yeah.
Should went in the shop and checked it out. It might have been a
Most
sign.
of my backup cartridges here is 45 ACP because that's what I carried for so long. You know, I do have other stuff in there, but 45 is the majority of it. So if shit hits the fan, I'll pull out my 1911 to shoot the 45 with because of the weight of it. The recoil is not so bad, and my hands will be able to handle it a bit better. So anyway, real quick before I get on to you about the range, Patriot, G23 said he got your letter today. He wrote that in the. I don't know if your chat talks to you or not. So
I don't have the YouTube chat up. So yeah, thank you. Good.
Okay. You know, and did you see that Guns and Barbecue? He said he received the patch today as well. G23. So,
Hey,
all right.
Kingpin, I got the flag today. Thank you very much.
There you
Glad to
go.
hear G23. Sorry, I was having trouble getting to the mute button.
That's all right. Okay, Patriot. When you go to a range, do you go for hours, or do you just rather go more often and do little at a time?
It really has changed a lot. Because normally what it is people want to go to the range. All right. And so they don't give me very much lead time. They'll just call, hey, you want to go to the range? Oh, by the way, I'm on my way. You know, so I have to just start opening and throwing stuff in bags. You know, I mean, I've kind of got it to where I have one set up already. You know, once I get back and say, okay, next time I go, I'm going to have this already. But normally it's because the people that come pick me up don't have anything, or they have a couple, or you know, they don't bring very much, and so it's usually I load it up, and then you know we go and I outlast them, and then they never want to come back, and so it's very long before they show up again, and so it's kind of a, you know, when I go it's all out. I did follow Dead Horse's suggestion, and I invested in quote unquote a whole big pile of corrosive 7.62 by 39 ammo, and so I'm going to be shooting a lot of that. But because you hear all the bad things, but you know, you talk to those guys that know, and you don't have to worry about it. So thank you, Mr. Dead Horse. But yeah, it's and the thing is, like my outdoor range here, you know, you could go and shoot all day for like $5, right? It's just a minor little fee, but then you can leave at lunch and come back, and it's not, you know, you don't have to pay again or whatever. So it's kind of like a day pass. So you can leave and have lunch and that kind of stuff when it's nice out. But with the indoor range, I guess I have been there during this lockdown stuff. And I guess it was kind of weird, you know, you get the goggles, the earmuffs, and a mask, because that's what they said. I think. I can't remember. It might not have been, but yeah, with the separation and stuff, it's been a while. It was still warm out. So, but yeah, the outside, you know, I think that's the best thing to spend a day with it. I mean, especially if you can, you know, drag kids along, or you know, somebody that, you know, not too squeamish, and you're not sitting next to, you know, hand cannons sitting next to you, or you know, large caliber stuff going off if they're, you know, squeamish or whatever. But you know, but yeah, definitely as much time as I can. But you know, sometimes, you know, you like, I'd get a call from my stepdad, and he's, you know, hey, I got, you know, 2 hours before I got to be here. You know, you want to swing in there real quick? It's like, yeah. And it's like, okay, I'm in the driveway. It's like, oh shit. But other than that, yeah, I would go all the time, but I'm still waiting for one of those Ubers that won't freak out when they tell you, well, you tell them you want to go to the range, which I haven't done yet. But so that's it.
Okay.
More the merrier, right. And as much rounds as I can throw. And people think you're crazy, like, you know, God, you must be rich. It's like, no, I just planned ahead.
Yeah. Now, like where I go, I said I go down to Conservation Club. I'm the only one that uses it. As I mentioned this before, it's used mainly 4 times a year for the shotgun turkey shoot competitions. And that's it. The rest of the time, it's all mine, basically, which is nice. Now I can go over to my cousins to shoot if I want to, but I don't like going over there unless he's there. I feel kind of strange shooting on somebody else's property when they're not there. Because he's got livestock and shit, and I'm not sure whether because normally he has to move them where we shoot into. He normally keeps livestock behind there, and so he normally moves them to a different field or pasture, whatever you want to call it. And so if I'm shooting, I don't know whether he's done that or not. So I don't like shooting when he's not there. I don't want him to come home and have a bunch of dead animals in his pasture out there. So
Yeah, and it gets funny when you got cows and gates and all that stuff too.
yeah. So so when he's there, I know that it's clear to go because he's taking care of it. But otherwise, I said I go down there all by myself, and maybe that's why I rather do short spurts. Besides the pain, what I can take, it's more fun to shoot with somebody else. I found. Well, I think so because you sit there and bullshit and you swap guns over and all that kind of good stuff. That's what little I've noticed. Oh, Squibload's in the house. Squibload says, "Need a lift to the range, Patriot?" Oh, there you go. You got yourself a ride, Patriot. Squib said he'll come pick you up. Where you go? You there? You lost your icon. Your camera's on. So I thought I'd just let you know, Patriot. So there you go. I'm talking. I don't know if he's talking.
It says toggle audio, right, for your audio, and it says toggle audio for your camera. So there's just a space in between.
No.
And it should say camera, but sorry about that. But yes, anytime you're available there, that would be swell with me.
There you go. He's taking you up on your offer. So give him a call and say, "I'm on my way." And he'll be ready. So, all right. What else is going on? Mind you, I've mentioned this before, but in case there's any new listeners, I don't know if there is or not. My gun bag that I take it's like one of those little take-on carry-ons you take onto an airplane, but it has wheels and an extended handle. So I can get quite a lot in that thing. So, that's what I do is I normally roll it behind me as I'm hobbling across the grass or the concrete things, whichever way I go. It depends how I'm feeling. If I'm hurting really bad, I'll pull my truck right onto the grass and unload that way. If I feel okay, I'll park where I'm meant to and walk across the concrete. So
they used to have Craftsman, I think, made them where they were just like your hard plastic totes, and it had this little weird thing. It had the 2 wheels, and then you could pull out a handle, and so you could take your toolboxes and ship them when you travel and stuff. So I used to have one, but it was had a top, and you could lock it, and it was all plastic or whatever. But you take the tray out of the top of it, and it's a full, whatever those are, 40 gallons or something. I don't know what, the regular square totes.
Yeah.
But it had, nice size wheels on it, and it was, when you have that filled with, drills and bits and all that stuff, you can load them up pretty good. So it takes the weight.
Yeah, they've made. It's not Craftsman, but there's a cheap ass brand that I don't know. One of those brands that Walmart carries. I saw one just like what you're talking about in Walmart the other day. It had 2 wheels and a handle on it.
Yeah, the other one that you could do is, any of these luggage places or whatever. You can buy those two-wheel. They're like a dolly, but they're just miniature, and it's for
Yeah.
carrying, laptop bags in your suitcase and a toolbox or whatever. And they got bungee cords, and it's just tubing, with the two wheels, and then it kind of folds out, and you can kind of compress it or whatever. But if you got anything that's heavy, I mean, even a couple ammo cans and boxes, just that they're awkward or whatever, you can load them up on those. I mean, as long as you're not pulling through mud or something, but.
Yeah.
And those are, I think, are pretty cheap. I think you probably get them at one of those stupid, big box stores or whatever.
Well, being in a wheelchair, I generally try to get a larger backpack, kind of a tactical backpack, and I cut off the shoulder straps because they tend to get caught in my wheels, and I just put it across my lap. And but they still roll off because the fatter you pack them, the more round they get. So I had one of those really nice, called a country club or a club bag or some gun club or something from Amazon, and that was pretty good. But the material, the nylon didn't really hold up that well for that. Barely made it a year.
Yeah, but I said my little gum bag that I use. I said that thing. I've had it for what? Oh hell, 4.5 years now, and it's holding up great. The only one bad thing in it is on one of the sides, it's got a tiny slit about 1.5 inches long, and that was my cat. He stuck his claws in it and pulled down. I whipped the shit out of him for doing that. He's never touched it since. So hearing Patriot Squib said it's no swanky country club gun range.
Oh,
so you go to
a
swanky one you're at?
No, I go to the one I don't want to name because most of the guys in there are asshats that don't know firearms. I mean, I guess they got a gunsmith and all that kind of nonsense, but the guys that work the floor, they got a big turnover. It's an enormous place, but yeah. Anyway, I don't want to talk bad about them, but they're the ones that have. Well, they've been there since I was a kid. I mean, I remember going there when I was, real small. Probably early '80s. But it's a one I don't really care for, but it's the one that's right here. It's like 2 miles from my house. So.
Okay. Oh, Sabrina said, here in the Netherlands, we have a special taxi pass for people with disabilities, and they can travel for a reduced price. She wants to know, do we have that sort of thing here?
Yeah. I know that they do in Michigan. It's like Your Ride. I think it's Your Ride. It's by MTA, puts it on or whatever. And I think I've never done it, but you put in for it, and it's like I don't even know how much, like change or $1 or something, but they can set it up. But the bad thing about it is you have one hard time, so they can give you a hard pickup time and a open-ended drop-off time, or vice versa. So the people that use it to go to work, they say, okay, I have to be at work at 6 o'clock. They will say, okay, well, tomorrow we'll be there at 4:30 to pick you up because we got a whole bunch of stuff. So I don't know how good it is for working or whatever, but that is an option, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know if Squiblo was talking to you, but he says I know where he's talking about. Yeah. I've heard there are assets there.
They got an outstanding selection of stuff, and probably everybody on here has seen stuff that they make because they're national with their sites and all that stuff, but they just don't know, so you talk to a guy and, oh yeah, rack that shotgun, and it'll just the cliche stuff that you hear about bad shops. I mean, the shop's probably not bad. There's probably good guys there. And I knew a couple, but most of them have left because they were, overworked, and then they fill in with, just anybody. So
Yeah, yeah.
and there's better shops around to go to, but it is the only one that has the rifle, pistol, shotgun, the skeet and whatever the other thing is, trap, I guess. And then the indoor range now.
Yeah.
So I guess I got narrows it down.
That range in Rhode Island was the only thing it didn't have was an indoor range. But I think that was on the agenda, like on the 5-year plan to get an indoor range built. Well, that was a beautiful range I used to go to. So, but now this one ain't bad. It's nice. I mean, it's the only thing is I got to supply my own target, so that means I've got to go out there and set them up and take them down and all this kind of stuff. I always cleaned up my mess after me anyway, but before the other range I went to supplied the still targets. They're out there all the time, 24/7. I would go paint them all every time I went. I would go spray them. I would use different colors every time I was there. And normally when we had the monthly meeting, they go, "We can tell when you've been here, Rick. You have a different color every time you come." So.
Can I answer Sabrina's question from here?
Yes.
So Sabrina, when if I need MARTA that's moving Atlantans rapidly through Atlanta, the train system itself is basically a T. It just goes north and south and east and west. So when I need to go to the airport, I have to call them 24 hours in advance, have them pick me up 4 hours before my flight, and it just to give them an hour to pick me up and get me to the local MARTA station. So then when I come back, I have to call them 24 hours in advance, and then I have to wait at the MARTA station for about 2 hours because you getting on the flight, you can't cut it too close. So it's just not worth it. But it is cheaper. It's a $1.75. I think it went up to $2.25 now. But last time I took it, it was $1.75. And then as far as parking discounts, in South Carolina, you could park anywhere in any paid parking lot for free if you got a handicap plate. But in Georgia, it's no discount. No, it's all full price.
I don't know if they have that here.
I'd just say I think it's different in every state. New York has similar things. From what I hear from people, it's more of a hassle than anything else. Again, with notifying a day in advance, and apparently it goes through like a cab system. It can go through taxi, Uber. There's actually a bus system that'll pick you up, and apparently all of them, from what I hear, are horrible. Where if you're depending on an appointment or something like that, you get forgotten. They drop you off 2-3 hours early. Then they don't show back up, or they'll show up before your appointment, and it's considered a completed call that you denied, even though they dropped you off 10 minutes ago. Right. And your appointment still isn't for another hour. You know what I mean? So it turns out to be a big hassle. I've actually personally gone to pick some people up after they've been kind of stuck and stranded a couple times trying to use that system. Yeah, it seems like it's designed to be such a pain in the ass that you don't bother. And a lot of the cab companies will just hang up if you call them back, where, you're supposed to be here an hour ago. Like, nobody gives a damn. So it's kind of at least in New York, I would say not really worth your time. Last case emergency thing, and it might not work. But again, I think it's different every state. And from what these guys are saying, it seems almost to be the same, where it's, they offer it, but don't make it easy for you.
Yeah. And it's the full mini bus, like the short bus where the special kids rode to school. So, and it's just for one person, but it's got the lift on the back. I don't know why they don't make buy those more efficient, micro vans or something like that, since it's only one person. But they definitely make it as inconvenient as possible, and it's kind of a one trip thing, and chalk that up. Don't do that again.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
America's much different than Europe, as far as transit system. So
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
there is no. I mean, the bus system here doesn't have kneeling buses that come out to the suburbs. Those are only working in town.
Oh, yeah. I mean, when I lived in England, I mean, they had bus service everywhere, even out into the country. I mean, like if I lived somewhere like this in England, they would have a bus. They would have a bus come through at least twice a day, once in the morning, once in late in the afternoon. You know what I'm saying? So you would
Yeah,
at least have a bus,
when I'm in London, I never pay for a bus. I just jump on it and ride, and it kneels and gets it low enough for me to roll right on. Or a ramp jumps out automatically, and bus driver doesn't have to do anything physically. Here, the bus driver is about to break his back pulling out this rusty ramp that he hadn't used in 4 years.
Yeah. As I said, I remember it. Oh, I just lost my chat there. Yeah, I mean, I've mentioned this before. When I was a kid, I'm talking 10, 11 years old, I think I was. I used to catch a double-decker bus to school. It was maybe a 30-minute ride. I used to do it by myself, no adult. Used to stand at the bus stop, get on, pay my, I used to have a bus pass. My parents would pay for it, and I just show them the bus pass, and I go to school, get on the bus to come home. The bus ran about, if you missed one ran every 15 minutes, So if I missed the one because I was having a cigarette with the guys, I just catch the next one.
Well, I mean, in Czech Republic, they run every 8 minutes, every 4 minutes during the busy time. I mean, and there's a schedule out there, and it says the exact time. It's going to be here at 9:54. It's going to be here at 9:53, and I mean, there's a whole schedule of when that bus is going to be there, and they're there. They're exactly there, and they will close the door if you're halfway through it or not to make it to that next bus stop. But their own schedule.
Oh yeah, I mean the closer you are to the town or city, the more buses they put on. I was living out in the suburbs, so they came every 15 minutes. But oh yeah, in town they're running them all the time. I've seen, say, because each bus has a number. For some unknown reason, I can remember the bus number of mine was 123, right? But I can remember, say the bus number was 83. There'll be three of them all sitting at the same bus stop because they're running that close together, and maybe one got slowed up or whatever, and they've caught up to each other. So there's three of them in a row, all the same number, all going to the same place. Kind of crazy. What was that? G23 said he has a co-worker from England. Think he's from Leeds area. I know it was close to Liverpool. Yeah, it's up in that direction, up north. So yeah, it's a nice country up heading up. I mean, when you get up into Yorkshire, it's beautiful up there. But Liverpool's kind of, now, see, you got to remember, it was 20 odd years ago when last time I was there. Liverpool wasn't the most beautiful looking city, nor was Leeds. But if you get out into the country, it's a lot better. So, so there we go. Anyway, where are we at? Oh, 10 minutes to go. Well, what were we discussing? Oh, carry bags. We got through that subject, didn't we? So, what are you? Did we touch you on that, New York? On carry bag, gun bag, when you go to the range?
I don't think so, but I've still use the basically just a backpack. Usually load up ammo. I can fit an ammo can in it. Extra guns if need be. Other than that, long guns I just pretty much throw in the back seat. So and carry out, or use my sling to carry out to whatever I'm doing. I've never really invested in a bag, even if when I went to an inside club, I didn't. I could park basically at the door, and I had a rifle case, so I never went out to purchase a bag or anything like that. So basically, just a backpack. Also, due to where I'm at, I keep some emergency supplies, first aid kit, things like that in there as well, just in case for some reason the vehicle has an issue there. I'm gonna have to hike back out because there's no cell service or anything like that. So always prepared to walk out if I have to. Put it that way. So that's pretty much. I don't carry a lot. I know a lot of people bring a lot of tools. I don't know if it's an M&P thing or what, but my guns work. I don't have problems usually. So I do keep like a small little things in my bag or whatever, but more than likely I usually don't have issues like everybody else with their fancy stuff. So, but if I did, I have minor tools with me, but that's works out good. And usually even got room for a snack and a, Powerade, or not Powerade. I hate Powerade, Life Water or something. Yeah. Snapple, whatever I got.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you'd be surprised on how much you can shove in an Alice pack. That's what I've used for a long time before I started.
Yeah.
But
I was thinking you will alarm.
What's that?
You could sling a backpack. I was thinking you could sling a backpack over the handles, but then again, if you're on your own, it's hard to turn around to get them, isn't it?
No, I don't have any. I don't have any handles. I haven't ever had handles on my chair.
So nobody has to push it.
They have to bend over and push the little nubs that stick out the back, or because I had I was at a bar and a drunk lady pushed me onto the dance floor and wouldn't let me go. So I got rid of all handles after that. So I haven't had handles for 19 years. Like I was kind of like in the reverse role. Hey, you bought me a drink, but you don't own me. Let me off that dance floor.
Hey, that wasn't the woman you landed up marrying, was it?
No, it was crazy. I was with the one I married, and she was still after me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I got to do my quiz for this coming Saturday. Now this one has that deck of a few stickers, but the main part of the prize is the sealed pack of Old West Guns playing cards.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah. Oh, is yours arrived yet, Sabrina, by the way? Just out of curiosity. Anyway, the question. Let me see if I can pull it up. What I want to know with the assassination of Kennedy, I want to know the firearm he used. I want to know the name described by the President's Commission on the assassination, what they called it. You can also give me the name of what it actually was, but I want the name of what the President's Commission on the assassination of President Kennedy. I want to know what they called it. And email me at rickslife@gmail.com or spottedrick@gmail.com. Get it into me by 12 noon Saturday. That's Eastern time, the only time zone that matters. So there you go.
I don't believe a government official would call a rifle something it wasn't. I don't think they would make mistakes like that. So they got to.
I didn't say it was a mistake. Yeah.
What about the second shooter? What caliber was he using?
Oh, the one on the grassy knoll?
Exactly. Yeah, him.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Wasn't he carrying an umbrella?
So. All right.
Didn't watch that show.
Oh, Guns and Barbecues joined us back. How you doing?
I'm all right. Had a phone call. Sorry about that.
That's all right. You still haven't received it, Sabrina. I think last time it took a long time for you to get there too. I don't know why. I bet you they open it up or X-ray it to see I'm not sending anything dangerous to the Netherlands, or they might be spraying it down with some COVID-19 killer. Oh, talking about that, totally off subject. I walked into Deb's Diner this morning, and she's looking at me, and this guy's giving me the dagger look because I'm walking in. And I found out after he left that was the county health official, because I told you people don't wear masks in there, and she refuses to enforce it. And I said, she goes, "Oh yeah." I said, "Well, what's happening?" She goes, "Nothing." She said, nobody's caught it yet. I'm doing it. I'm keeping everything clean. The guys don't sit on each other's lap. He said, so she goes, "I don't see a problem." He said, "I don't either." So he left. So I thought, there we go. There's my bit of not complying to the system, But there I am. When I go get my operation, I'll be wearing a mask because they won't let me in the hospital otherwise, which is a goddamn bummer. Yeah. So I got to go when? Next, not this Saturday, but the next Saturday, the 23rd, I've got to go from a COVID test. Or I have it done before the 28th. So hopefully, I'm just thinking about that, I will more likely have a show on the 27th, the night before. Well, I'm not sure. Actually, I will let you know next week. Because my cousin wants to stay in a hotel. She wants to go up the night before for us to stay in a hotel in case it's an early operation. Like if they say being here by 7 or 8 in the morning, I mean, it's a good 2.5 hour ride from here. So, I can understand where she's coming from. So, I might not. So, if we got to leave to go to the hotel.
Shit, she paying for your room?
What?
So, is she paying for your room?
No. Afraid not.
Jeez.
Oh, but I know the hotel she's chosen. It's, it ain't fancy. It's just a bed.
So
you know what I'm saying?
She didn't want you to pay for her room.
No. We're splitting it down the middle. But she's staying an extra night. See, because they're keeping me in overnight on Thursday and release. If I can walk with my walker without showing any, like I can't do it, then they'll release me Friday morning. So she ain't going to drive all the way back here and all the way back again. She's just going to stay up there the whole day Thursday. So she's going to spend Thursday night up there too. That's the plan as it stands right now. So there we go.
Did you ever get your candy?
Do what?
Did you ever get your candy? The stuff you ordered from England?
What did I order from England? I got my pickled onions and my Branston pickle. But I got no candy. Did I order candy or did I cancel the candy? I don't remember. No, I got no candy. I didn't get no candy. No, I'm trying to lose weight. What are you talking candy for?
You said you ordered a bunch of stuff and had trouble with PayPal, and one thing led to another.
Yeah. I got the stuff. The PayPal all got sorted out in the end. It actually took I don't know if I mentioned it, my sister had to call I didn't realize PayPal had its own thing, even though it's all one big company. They have PayPal UK or whatever, So she had to call them up and explain to them what went on. And after she called them up and explained it, I got my money back. So. No, I didn't get no candy. I could have sworn did I ask for candy? I can't remember now, but I know I got some stuff. I got Branston pickles. I got pickled onions. I got some more tea, some English mustard. I know you can buy some of that stuff over here. You can buy a lot of it off of Amazon too now. So, but hell, it's just not the same. Even because, I don't know, even though it's shipped from England to Amazon, then Amazon ships it to me. You know what I'm saying? The shelf life is long. You know what I'm saying? How long has Amazon been holding it in their warehouse is what I want to know. You know what I'm saying? That's what bothers me. And if you're ordering candy from England, it's not candy. It's sweets. That's what they call candy in England, sweets. So, there you go. For all you people out there.
All of you.
All of you. There's my English coming out.
All us filthy Americans. What are you trying to say, Rick?
All you colonials. So. All right. Oh, it's nearly time to call it quits. Now, are you doing your giveaway next Wednesday, Patriot?
Yes. Yeah. 20th, next Wednesday, I guess. Oh yeah,
Okay.
surprise! I forgot to remind you. We have 7 drawings for that Patriot 1776 and 1 super duper one that just came out today. And that'll all be pulled or drawn or whatever we call it Wednesday.
All right. So back to okay. Real quick, that's next Wednesday. I'll be back on this Saturday, the 16th. Be here on the 20th. I'm not sure about the 27th or the 30th because I should be home Friday, the 29th. So I should be able to do a show on the 30th. Because I can't see why not. So I did it last time. I had my left hip down. I was doing my shows. I remember doing one of them a day or two after my operation. So I might only have to sit here for an hour. I might not be able to sit here for a couple of hours on a Saturday, but, we'll see what we can do. So I will keep you informed on what days I will be doing the show and whatnot. So go live from the recovery room. Yeah, I could. Yeah, but I'm not carrying up my laptop. I'm only going to be in there overnight. And don't ask me to use my cell phone because I don't have a clue. I don't have that's what I got to find. I got to find earbuds. But at least I can listen to podcasts while I'm laying in bed. I know I got some around here somewhere. So, but I got to get a new phone, guys. My Galaxy S7 Edge. That's how old this phone is. They, if you call me, I cannot hear you unless I put you on speakerphone. My, because the volume doesn't work on phone calls like that. It's weird. So I don't know what's wrong with it. So I'm gonna have to get a new phone. So I'm gonna have to look to see what I can get. Normally, see, I have a tendency though to buy the latest and greatest, even though I can't afford it. All right, guys. You guys got anything else you want to say before I start winding it down? No? All right, New York Outcast, you got any shout outs or plugs?
No, just thanks for joining us. Have a great evening.
All right. That works. Thank you for being here, as always. Will and Well Armed, you got any shout outs or plugs?
No, not really.
All right. I appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
And, I really do. And the one and only Patriot in the Dark. Hey, Travis P. is in the house.
See, you tricked me again. I thought Squib jumped in. Yeah, just if you want to check out either of those, you can check the last video or whatever. But yeah, there's the 7 drawings for that first giveaway, and the giveaway that started today is a $100 gift card. So I don't know if you feel so up. I did get a thumb down because hey, that's good. Somebody didn't like me giving away money, I guess. But anyway,
how much did you say the gift card was?
$100.
$100. I gotta go. I'm gonna have to.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to watch that video again.
Yeah,
I'll be honest with you.
I know nobody really watches them. They just, oh god, that
I did. I watched it. But when my eyes opened, my TV had been playing for an hour. YouTube, one after another, so I didn't actually hear it all.
The sweatshirt that's laying on there, my daughter had both of those made for Christmas for me. So that's actually larger than like the spreadshirt, T-shirts or whatever. So she had that made, and that nylon stuff that doesn't crack and whatever, really shiny.
Yeah.
And man, that sweatshirt is hot. So yeah, so check them out. And actually, I messed up, so I had to add a little thing in there, and so I threw the red one in there too. So yep. So thanks to the kid out there. Not that she ever listens to me, but what's new?
Yeah. I found out my sister listens to my show more than I realized.
Uh-oh.
Well, I mean, I'll be sitting, around like maybe tomorrow morning, because it's in the wee hours of the morning over there now, right? But I'll get a text. No, she normally listens to my Saturday show more than my Wednesday show. Because what happened is maybe an hour or two after the show, I'll get a text or ask me a question about something I said. So I got to be careful what I say now. So
smoking before school.
Yeah, yeah. So, all right. I want to say thank you to everybody in the office for stopping by. In the office. Jesus Christ, I'm losing it. I really am. Everybody stopping by in the audience there. I really do appreciate it. It makes it all worthwhile. I'm still here. YouTube hasn't got rid of me. I think because I'm so small, they don't even realize I'm here. I don't think. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I see that some channels got some letter from YouTube saying how many hours they've been, how many people have watched their thing, or how many views or clicks they got, and all this kind of shit. I didn't get nothing like that. So I'm a nobody in the YouTube world, but so I'm still here. And I did open a BitChute account. I haven't set anything up yet. I just got it opened. But I might go do the Odyssey thing too.
Well, something to us there, Rick.
What?
I said, well, you mean something to us, so
Yeah.
don't you
Now
think we're too small? We love being here. So the
yeah.
best show I'm
Here-
on all week.
here's a
Check your
question for you
junk
guys.
mail.
Here's a question for you guys. Though, like BitChute and Odyssey, can we do? Can I do a chat like this, inviting people in, like you can with YouTube?
I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm new at the Odyssey thing. I haven't
And I
done the
mean, I
BitChute.
don't know if it's live streaming or not, you know. But
I
there is a
haven't
way to do it.
seen any of that.
There is a way to do it using
GunTube.
oh hell, I can't remember the name of it now. I'll have to look into it if it happens, you know, because I'm swinging back and forth. I'm thinking if we get shut down, that's it, calling it a day on the shows. Then other thing, no, I'll just carry on under a different platform, you know.
Well,
But for
I
right
do
now,
have a suggestion. I'm sorry.
yeah, but what I was going to say for right now, YouTube is still has the biggest audience. You know what I'm saying? So, D Live is the place for live shows. Kingpin says. Not
I
sure
did
about
suggest
having
something for you, Rick.
what.
That the people that you talk with a lot, especially online or whatever, make sure you have something other than just their channel. You know, get their email, or if you talk to them, get a number, because everybody that's listening to this has Gmail, right? That's 90%
Yeah,
of people out there probably have that, and it's nothing for those are the same guys that are pushing us off this platform. So just to keep it in mind, if you have somebody that you talk with, make sure that you can actually talk with them outside of the platforms and
outside
all
of
that.
Google.
Even if you
Yeah,
have to write a letter, right?
yeah,
I just
yeah.
said that because Squib's out there, so I'm gonna write him a letter.
That's the only way to go. Letters and credit cards. That's the way to go. You know. So, all right, I'm out of here. I'm getting out of here. So I want to say thank you to everybody in the audience for being here. I really do appreciate it, and I will be back on Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern, the only time zone that matters. So I will see you all then. So good night, everybody.
Bye, Sabrina. Have a nice night.
I'm glad you said that. We've been
Au revoir.
carrying.